If you earn $150,000 to $500,000 per year and still feel financially fragile, if races come and go without moving that net worth, this video will explain why. I am an international airline pilot on the 747. My income this year will be roughly $220,000, and until I built the system that I'm about to share with you, my financial position looked almost identical to someone earning half as much. You see, the issue is not discipline, it's not motivation, it's structural. In the next 13 minutes, I will break down exactly where high salaries fail and the 5 levers that fix it. Here's what most people assume about high income. They assume that earning $220,000 to $300,000 automatically produces financial security. Income amplifies whatever financial system it flows through. If that system has no routing, no structure for where each dollar goes after it clears your account, then more income produces more obligation. Simply a lifestyle floor that rises quietly with every raise you receive. This is not a character flaw, it's a structural failure. The system is missing, so the income has nowhere productive to go. I call this the salary trap. Your salary arrives, taxes take their share, roughly 30 to 35% for most high earners, and what remains flow into a lifestyle that expanded to match the previous raise. And at the end of the year, capital accumulation, your net worth, has moved close to zero. Here's the part that makes this dangerous. Each raise reinforces the trap. You get a $10,000 increase, your lifestyle absorbs maybe $8,000 of that within 6 months, and now your financial floor is higher. Your career dependency, it goes deeper, and the next raise now has to be even larger just to maintain that same margin. Take a professional earning $220,000. After federal taxes, FICA taxes, and standard deductions, net take-home is roughly $155,000 per year, maybe even less depending on which state you live in. Now, subtract committed obligations like housing, insurance, family costs, vehicle payments, utilities. For most high earners, fixed costs alone consume $80,000 to $100,000 per year. So what remains is roughly $55,000 to $75,000 of discretionary cash flow. That may sound like a significant surplus, sounds like a bit of margin, but here is where the trap activates. Without routing rules, that surplus scatters. It could be a nicer apartment or a newer house, a newer vehicle, more travel, dining, subscriptions. Each one feels proportional to the income. None of them seem excessive on their own, but collectively they consume that surplus that should have been building your capital. Now consider 2 professionals. Both earn $220,000. Both live in the same state with no income tax, and both have similar family obligations. Professional A, we call him, has no routing system, so the income arrives, fixed costs are paid, and the remainder flows into an unobstructed lifestyle. Compare this to call him Professional B, who routes income through a structural system the day it arrives. So fixed costs are still paid first, and then a specific sequence handles the surplus. Debt elimination first, then reserves, then tax-advantaged accounts, and then deployable capital. After all that is paid, then lifestyle gets exactly 10% of any new surplus. After 12 months, the net capital deployed, or increase in net worth, for this individual would be somewhere $45,000 to $60,000. So same income, same tax burden, but a different system that's generating a different outcome by a factor of 5. Over 5 years, Professional A might accumulate $50,000 in scattered savings, while Professional B, through his routing system, is approaching now $300,000 in his brokerage deployed capital. Same starting point, but a completely different trajectory. The mechanism is not income, it is the routing. The system that I'm going to introduce to you over the next several videos have 5 structural levers. 1. Fragile debt elimination. Removing income-dependent obligations that drain cash flow and create career dependency. If you're sending $600 or $1,000 a month to high-interest debt, that is not a payment. That is a leak in the system that keeps you working. 2. Liquidity reserves. Building a buffer that prevents forced decisions during income disruption. Without reserves, every unexpected expense becomes a crisis that pulls capital out of what should be your compounding engine. 3. Tax efficiency. Structuring accounts and deductions so more of that gross income reaches your capital stack. Most high earners leave tens of thousands on the table because they have never mapped their full tax routing end to end. 4. Raise capture. A routing protocol that intercepts every raise, bonus, and increase in income before lifestyle can touch it. This is the signature mechanism of this channel, and I will break it down completely in the next video. 5. Bridge capital, or brokerage. This is deployable capital that is accessible before traditional retirement age. This is the mechanism that converts money into time and the tool that creates optionality years before a standard retirement timeline. So these 5 levers are not theory, they are the exact system that I run on a $220,000 pilot salary. Each lever connects to the next because eliminating fragile debt frees cash flow that funds reserves. Reserves then prevents capital withdrawal that protects tax-advantaged growth. Tax efficiency increases the capital available for bridge deployment. And raise capture, it ensures that every increase in income compounds through the entire chain instead of leaking into lifestyle. I will show you the real numbers and the real routing and the real results over this series. Let me show you what happens when the system is absent using my own numbers. In 2018, my net worth was almost non-existent, and by 2020, it reached $60,000. Then I got furloughed from the airlines and laid off during COVID, and later divorced in 2023. So all that put me back pretty close to zero. I'm showing you this because this is the exact pattern that the salary trap predicts. Income went up, but the net worth did not follow proportionally because the structure for it was not built. By 2028, when I plan to upgrade to captain, my income should raise to roughly $300,000. And by 2033, it's projected to be closer to $400,000. On paper, this trajectory should produce significant wealth, but in practice, without a system, it produces exactly what I described. Rising income would be absorbed by a rising financial floor. Today, in April of 2026, my net worth stands at approximately $150,000. The system is now active, and the trajectory from here looks fundamentally different. By 2028, with the captain upgrade and this system running, my projection of my savings should exceed $600,000. By 2033, which is my target optionality year, meaning I want to have the choice if I want to work, I project to have about 2.8 million in savings. The variable here was never income. The variable was always the system. And here's what concerns me when I look at professionals in similar positions. Whether it's a pilot earning $220,000 or a physician earning $350,000, an engineer earning $275,000, The income is there, but the system is absent. The outcome 10 years from now will look almost identical to where they started. And that gap widens every year. And every year without the system in place is a year that the salary trap compounds in the wrong direction. Here's what you can do in the next 30 minutes to start identifying the trap in your own finances. First, pull your last 2 pay stubs. Calculate your actual take-home after taxes, insurance, and deductions. The number will probably be lower than you expect. 2, list every fixed monthly obligation that you have. This is your financial floor. This is the number that you must earn every month just to stay in place. Third, subtract this financial floor from your monthly take-home pay, and the remainder is your discretionary surplus. If you cannot account for where the surplus went last month or the month before, the trap is operating in real time here. Fourth, open your bank statement from last month. Categorize every transaction that was not a fixed obligation. That number is the cost of operating without the routing system. Fifth, ask yourself just one question. What percentage of your last raise increased into your net worth? And if the honest answer is less than 50%, you do not have a spending problem. You have a system problem. The salary trap loses its power because now you know where that money goes. Here is the principle in an aviation reference. Income is thrust, and without routing, thrust produces speed but no altitude. The salary trap keeps professionals moving fast with no margin of safety and keeps them stuck with no optionality. I built this channel because by the time my son turns 18, I want the choice to be home without financial pressure. Not because I want to quit, but because I built the system that made the choice available. And that starts by understanding the salary trap. In the next video, I will introduce the race capture system. This is the 4-layer protocol that intercepts every dollar of surplus before your lifestyle can absorb it. It is the single most important mechanism to this channel. High income is not a financial plan. It's the raw material, and what you build with it depends on the system it flows through. Watch the next video now.